Day Picks. I'm Tony Tier from Tony'sPicks.com. Yes, I do have my mic on. And we're with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to learn live free picks today for you guys from all the major sports. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you get notified when we're live. We want you guys live with us. But again, we blow tons of free picks on this show. I mean, we're giving, at least 3 a day on this one. So you do the math, right? That's 15 free picks there. Our soccer show, we do 25 a week. The morning steam does 25 a day. You do the math times 6. A lot of free picks on this channel, guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications to get those free picks. And of course, make note here of our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. Also, always love to hear from you guys. So post your picks in the comments below. And of course, remember our podcast. I know it's around you folks. Some of you are at work right now and you're doing a drive home. You can get every pick and every show is in podcast form over at Tony's Picks Podcast. I know you guys are working because you tell Mindy and Ramon that you're at work. So you're still at work at this time, so you can listen to the shows when you're on your car. Just Bluetooth it in there. Don't watch the videos when you're driving. Just Bluetooth it in your car. And we love our truckers out there. I know you guys are working hard at this time of the year. All you drivers out there, you can get all the picks via podcast form. You guys know how to do all that stuff. You guys listen to on the road all the time, so you know. So you can get our podcast on all the major platforms. Just search Tony's Picks, guys. Remember, our website is Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing all the top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the top cappers. Get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You can see our leaderboards here. We got Nick's been really doing well. One of our New York cappers probably here as well. Tiffany's been on fire. Mindy's doing great in NHL, NBA. You can see our featured picks here on the center of the page. Our best bets. Each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. You'll see multiple best bets up there. Hey, we handicap multiple games, so you can see the plays we have up there from Pravi. I'm up there with one. Paul as well. Sean. Morning Steam's in with 3 best bets on the board today. Mindy in there with 3, and we got Ben in there as well. So lots of going on here at Tony'sPicks.com here for Tuesday. Our $15 premium pick is up. Each capper can take one play from their card and designate it as a $15 premium pick just to introduce their service to new and existing customers. And you can see many of the cappers are involved, and many want to make a very good impression because you can see all the best bets there at that $15 price point. So we'll get on board. 3 packs are great values there, our multi-packs, so go ahead and get signed up there. Lots of them on the board today. Morning Steam with a couple of them up there. Mindy on the board as well with several long-term one-day passes. Ramon as well, so get signed up. Down here is our pick ticker. If you like to purchase plays a la carte and you like to know the game you're getting, well, we have team versus team information there. So you can go over to our pick ticker and purchase the plays a la carte. They are also profit guaranteed. Remember, everything that you see there with the orange button is profit guaranteed, meaning you must turn a profit of the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for side credits. That's profit guaranteed. What you see in yellow is not, because, well, they're already sold at discounted prices with those long-term passes that you'll see, like this 3-day pass. They're already sold at a lower price. Plus you get the late steam plays involved in the longer term, so they're not sold at profit guarantee because they're already at a discounted price. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this underway today. With us on the show today, we have Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. Let's get game day picks underway. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Catch her on the morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern time, Saturdays through Thursdays. They did a show again today, so you can check the replay. Let's bring her in right now. Mindy, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. Just getting ready to start the day here. Getting in a little bit of Nebraska-Omaha basketball. So yeah, pretty excited for some day action, actually.
Yeah, some day. I was looking for that college hoops game today. Who was playing, Sacred Heart or something? I couldn't find it anywhere, but there was one going on right now as we speak. I said, wait a minute, someone's playing it this early? And I missed it. I couldn't find it. There was no TV. Longwood in St. Francis, New York is playing right now, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But anyway, we're going to the ice tonight. You can find the ice easy. 7 p.m. Eastern time. We have the Devils here hosting the Stars. The Devils minus 165, total 6.5.
So can we still find this one at 6, Tony? Do you know? I haven't looked yet, because there was a couple at 6 earlier in the day. Have you still seen those?
Well, let me see if there's our 6s in this one.
I was just curious here before we get started.
There's 6.5 just about. There is a 6 over 20, but that's in Vegas. There are some 6. There are some 6s with juice, minus 130 in some places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
minus 130 in some places.
6 over 20. 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 Yeah, so I mean, it may be one of those that if you can, still get it at six, it may be good to jump on that quick. May not stay for very long here, but we're taking a look at the Stars and the Devils here over 6.5. Stars here 16, 8-5, Devils 21, 5-2. Stars are 3-1 versus the Devils here over the last 3 seasons. These two teams, though, are second and fifth in goals for. Both are averaging, 3 goals per game here over the last 3. If I take a look at just kind of their, rolling averages there as well. Both of these teams have been trending to the under. So I talked about the Devils a little bit yesterday. If you watch the show with the Rangers, I did go ahead and get the over 6 on that pick there yesterday. That's where I'm kind of sticking with them here again today. They have been trending to the under, but like I had talked about, they are a little bit leaky in goal. They've allowed 10 goals over the last 2 games here. And I'm not sure who we have in goal yet. I don't know if those have been officially, confirmed. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those that you have a lot of nice young players on this team, but they tend to still make a little bit of mistakes. And that's, I think, what got them in trouble losing to the Rangers, there yesterday. It's one of those if we take a look at when this total is set at like 6 or 6.5, Dallas is 7-3 there. Getting that number. So they've had seven wins, 3 losses. If it's set at 6 to 6.5, and then New Jersey, they're sitting at 5-2 if that number is set at 6 or 6.5. So again, this is a really good number for them, a really good line, especially if you can get that in there at 6. Dallas is actually like 2-3 if it's at 5.5. New Jersey doesn't have a real number. So, I mean, this is like a perfect scenario for this Stars and Devils team to go ahead and hit the over 6.5 here in this one today. I think it may very well just kind of get into, the overtime scenario like we had yesterday as well, like a 3-3 to kick that over to the 7 there today, Tony.
All right, Mindy here on the over 6.5 or 6. Do your shopping. There are some 6s, but you're going to be looking at some juices there at that 6. Let's see here again. Let's see if there's. I'm looking at my live line provider here. 6. There is a 6 in downtown Vegas. There's only one 6 in downtown Vegas, and there's an offshore book right now at 6, but you're going to be playing -130 there. So there are some 6s up there.
Yeah, so there's nothing bad with getting that.
Yeah, so you can actually get the 6 if you shop it there. Of course, both teams here on back-to-backs, but in this back-to-back, each team came in with a lot of rest, right? You had looked like Dallas had 3 days rest before their game yesterday, and of course the Devils had a couple days of rest heading into that game yesterday.
Yeah, and then it looks like Wedgwood is probable here for the Stars. And again, he's been one that's, been giving up about 3.5 goals a game, even though I think he's 5-1, there as a starter. And I'm not sure if we have a goalie yet. I'm still looking for, the Devils here. But again,
expected as Akiri Schmidt is expected here. So.
Okay. Yeah, and he's probably one of their better ones. I think he only had like a 1.74 goals against average there. But again, I just think that this, both of these teams have been really hot. And so with that, man, the dogs are driving me crazy today, I tell you. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I feel pretty comfortable at this one. I like the Stars and the Devils to go over 6.5 if I can hear myself talk. Oh, yeah,
we can hear you talk there. Stars and Devils over 6.5 here from Mindy here. We hear the dogs barking, so whoever you got to like the underdog in this one as well. That's always seems to be it. Always happens here on the show. When the dogs bark, you know who to take. So you got your parlay courtesy of Mindy and her dogs. Her dogs came in with the second leg of the parlay. So there you go. Stars Devils over 6.5. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. We addressed the dogs. They quieted down. We got them in the parlay. So there we roll, Mindy, tonight. Really good results here in the NHL. 1770 here over the past 3 days in hockey, as well as some strong numbers in the NBA. 588 units of profit. Mindy's been hot in NBA, as well as showing good profit here in college football over that time period. Remember, the Bulls start, I said Saturday. They're actually going to start Friday. We got a game Friday morning, so they're getting this thing started quickly here. But Anyway, we got NBA on the board tonight. We also have the NHL card, good NHL card, college hoops as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so when I was on the morning show, wasn't quite sure if I was going to have some NBA, but I did come up with 2 plays, 2 totals that I liked when we went over some of that morning steam, some of that line movement. So put in a couple plays there. Should have a guaranteed best bet in the NBA that you can also pick up. Then as well, I started off in the early AM with a 3-pack here for the NHL, but came up with 5 games total there as well. Had some more morning steam, right? So, I mean, I'm feeling like we're getting a lot out of this morning steam show, folks, so make sure you, catch us in the morning, but found a couple more plays that I like. So I'm up to 5 here in the NHL. And then that also, with that 3-pack, you can get a best bet in there as well. And then also put quite a few plays in here for college basketball. Have like 10 in there throughout the day. So I went ahead and kind of split that up. I put it in as like a 3-pack for the early plays, a 3-pack for the late plays, a guaranteed best bet. And then I went ahead and did, a 7-pack as well. If you're looking to get, a lot more action, it just kind of depends on, what you're looking for, how you like to bet today, if you want more plays, if you want to just stick with a couple. So I have quite a few different options there for you today in college basketball. And then since I have quite a few plays, went ahead and put those into 7-pack as well. So if you're not, you want to be in action in all sports, not just college basketball, it's also a nice way to get a 7-pack there as well. But if you don't want to just, go ahead and plop down $45, you're like halfway to getting a 3-day pass. So you might as well just go ahead and pick that up. That 3-day pass will get, all of the plays in college basketball. Will get you to, let's see, we're on Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, probably, or Thursday, but you'll get some NFL in there. You get some college basketball, NHL, and NBA. So you get the bigger bang for your buck there if you go ahead and get a longer term pack. And like Tony's talked about as well, take a look at the month-long pass. Again, you're going to go ahead and minimize those, per play dollars to maximize your profits. And you might as well put that money right back in your pocketbook for the next time out. So hopefully everyone goes ahead and gets to over to the website, take a look at tonyspicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout.
That's right. Get on board with Mindy Hunt over at Tony's Picks. We'll flash the numbers up here. She's been doing great work up here. Okay, 1770 units of profit last 30 days. Also showing great profit over that period of time in the NBA, 588. So Mindy in action here today with lots going on over on the site over at Tony's Picks. Again, Tuesday hat trick, a 3-pack here from the NHL. Also that multi-sport 7-pack that she talked about. That's up there. College hoops, NBA, NHL all together here in a 7-pack. As well as a lot of action here from college basketball. Early tip 3-pack, late tip 3-pack. And of course, then we hit into the fast break plays, the 7-pack there. Of course, then the best bets come in from NHL and college hoops. So get on board there. As Mindy was mentioning, that 3-day pass is a really good value. Mindy's in action heavily today. And of course, why not? Because we have all these sports overlapping, NHL, NBA, college hoops. And then of course, Thursday, here comes the NFL. So there's a lot going on right now with that 3-day pass. Get all of Mindy's premium plays for 3 days, all our college hoops, all our NBA, as well as the NFL game that happens here on a Thursday. You can go that route with the 3-day pass. It's a really good value there. If you want to try it out for the full week, you can do that, the full month as well. I will make note, any of these buttons that you see there, the longer term passes in yellow are not profit guaranteed because they're already sold at a discounted rate. As you can see by the cost here, especially when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you'll save 20% off. So we knocked out from 99 to 79 there when you use the promo code. So that's a really good value there. And then of course also included there, which is not included on the 1-day passes or those picks packages in the orange, in the yellow buttons are included late steam plays. Mindy's in action late steam. Anything late that's released, entered in the system, that is between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, those are late steam plays, and those will be emailed directly into your inbox, that email address you used when you signed into the site as a member. So go ahead and get signed up there with that 1-month All Sports Pass. That will also include Mindy's late steam plays here with that 3-day All Sports Pass. Great value right now. So go ahead and get signed up with Mindy over at Tony's Picks and use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description, then click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. And of course, you'll have that promo code TonyT at checkout. Remember that, and that will save you the 20% off. So when you click the link you get to our sales page, make sure you use that promo code and land, and you will find the 3-day pass. As you enter the page, you'll see the numbers. He's put up impressive numbers up on the site. The orange are your 1-day passes, and then of course the longer term passes there are in yellow. The first one is your 3-day pass, and that, again, all the ones in yellow include the late Steam plays emailed directly into your email box, so very good value there. All right, Mindy, who's also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony Speaks Mindy. Of course, the late Steam morning show with you and Ramon.
Right. And again, look at all the value you get out of coming over and watching the morning steam on the YouTube channel. We had just an absolute ton of input today. It was awesome. We had a good time gaining consensus. So we're ready to get some winners on the board today for Team Steam. But you can find us every Saturday through Thursday. Again, we just had a couple people to say, hey, today is our first show. So it's awesome. We're building, a bigger audience every day there as well. So yeah, you can come over and we go through all of the games, on the card for the major sports like NBA and NHL, and then of course the NFL. But yeah, we do a select few, mostly those that are, going to be on TV, things like that. The best matchups of the day for college basketball. And geez, I tell you, we had lots of folks that did their homework because we were picking some games that probably weren't the best ones out there. I mean, considered, primetime TV, right? Not going to get the main spots on ESPN tonight, but the folks are ready to come with the data. So again, we found quite a few that we did have consensus on here today. We have a 7-pack today for the morning steam. Then also you can catch me at Twitter there, Tony's Picks Mindy, where I have another play in the NHL. So you can go over there to the Twitter account, go ahead and do the follow, click on the bell to get the notification. So that time, every time I put out a play, you definitely go ahead and get the pick. You definitely want to stay in the know, and we have lots of folks that are doing it here. So we appreciate everyone watching the morning show. We appreciate you guys watching us here on the show today as well. So we appreciate the support. Thanks so much.
Exactly. Yeah, I echo that too as well. I appreciate all the support from the Morning Steam crew, Morning Steam team. Really, really smart group of bettors there. Comparing notes with Mindy and Ramon, and of course Ramon and Mindy open to their suggestions and very inviting of the and cordial to the chatters out there as they add their advice with some good analysis and good points they make there in the chat. So as you said, yes, they're comparing notes. They have their plays, and a lot of times they want to compare notes with others, and it's a great area for everyone to compare notes, because you notice that it's just the conversation is not always with the chat people in the chat room and Mindy. It's also within themselves, right?
Right. They know each other. I mean, they've all become friends, so it's pretty awesome. That we kind of have that sort of platform for all these people that love to, bet as much as we do and that love sports. So it's been a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been exactly fun and enjoyable as well. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
You got it. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like and subscribe and set those notifications. Love you guys to be live with us to get the games in real time so you can get those best numbers. All right, speaking of best numbers, let's bring in Ramon Scott. He's in Las Vegas, Nevada. He'll get the best numbers in Las Vegas. When you look at some of the juice and some of the point spreads attached and being access to all the apps there in Vegas now, heading to Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome in Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. Yeah, I was watching the World Cup here, and Argentina doing the job here on Croatia today. So Croatia's really got their work cut out for them.
They do, and they almost pushed in a third one. There was some very close to calls there, looking sharp again early on. Let's see if Argentina can hold a 2-0 lead. They had trouble with that in their quarterfinal match. They gave up 2 goals late, and they actually had the guts to win that one in penalty kicks, and that was they had to win the game twice, as they say. So they're trying to get a third one here, almost got another one. So Argentina's moving. Actually, that was Croatia there that was attacking. Croatia here on the attack. Keep an eye on the counterattack here for Argentina, because they can counterattack very well and score, as right now Croatia is pretty much all out in the final 30 minutes of this game to tie this one up. But we're going to the college hoops tonight here, as Houston here will be battling NCAA and North Carolina A&T. As expected, Houston a big favorite. Total sets 128.
Yeah, Tony, this will be part of the HBCU round ball coaches versus racism event. There'll be 3 games that are being played between Division One teams and division between HBCU teams and other opponents. So there'll be this game. They'll also have Prairie View versus Montana as one of the games as well. And I don't recall the other, but there's 3 games I think this weekend in this little event. They're at home courts, but wearing the moniker "Coaches versus Racism," and again, just a great title that should bring awareness. Doesn't need to be a tournament or anything. Just want to certainly announce that is the name of the event. I think that's very important. So NCAA moved to the Colonial this year, Tony. So a little bit of a step up for them, and these 2 teams are looking to get back on the court for different reasons, right? Houston's coming off that loss to Alabama. That was a real tough one. Against the Crimson Tide, the way that one unfolded. You saw Coach Sampson kind of lighting into his players a little bit. They definitely folded a little bit down the stretch. So, they'll be looking to get back. They're big favorites here. We all know that. They should have no problem with A&T. But for A&T, it's our first, why not take a couple of weeks off and then return back to action against the Houston Cougars? That doesn't sound like a very promising situation for them. They haven't played since November 30th, and they're going to come back and take on Houston here. They're 4-4 so far this season. 2-3 to the under. Houston 9-1, 2-8 to the under following that loss to the Crimson Tide. You see the Cougars here favored by 31.5, total 128. Houston probably still the best defensive team in the country. Their numbers might not bore out the number 1 team, but when you're talking about a team that's second in adjusted defensive efficiency and second in defensive effective field goal percentage, they should have no problem taking care of A&T. So it's just where the game is going to land when it comes to this total, right? Houston, they've scored 80 points in 5 of their 10 games. You'd think they would have it their way, certainly against A&T, but their way is the slow way for the most part. A&T, on the other hand, they have an okay set of players. I mean, their best player is probably a JC transfer, Cam Woods. He scored 23 points. A&T won that last game back on November 30th, 73-56 against Greensboro. So that was a nice victory for them, but they shoot just 47% from the field, 31% from 3. That's not going to be too great when you got a Houston team that limits opponents to under 40% from the field and 20.5% from 3-point range. Houston's also the top shot blocking team in the nation. They've got Jawan Roberts, who is a great shot blocker. So for A&T, they're 262nd in length of possession, while Houston, we know how slow they are. They're 325th in length of possession, 351st in adjusted tempo. So they certainly like to take it slow. Now, they could probably go faster in this game if they wanted to, especially the fact that A&T doesn't necessarily defensively limit teams to a slow tempo. But, for example, they played Iowa, but we know Iowa can move the ball a little bit, and they got caught up in a game that went up for like 180 points. They lost, I think, 110-73, something crazy. Iowa blitzed A&T, but against Iowa State, they lost just 80-43. And yes, Houston's better than Iowa State, but you would think because of the type of team that Iowa State is, we'll still look for the score to end up around that type of range. If Houston is averaging around 75 points a game and allowing 50 points a game, well, you want to say the score of this game could be something around, they're probably going to score more than 75, but I don't know, it could be something, it could be crazy, Tony. I mean, it could be 75-45 here. It could be 80-40 in this one if they blow them out. So that's the way I'm kind of seeing this game. A&T prefers the 3-ball. They're scoring almost 40% of their points from beyond the arc, but again, they're talking about they're 267th in adjusted offensive efficiency. So, they're not exactly going to be able to play anything up tempo. Houston's not going to care about that, and I think there's going to be a sporting attitude toward this game because of the nature of the event as well. Houston's inviting A&T in here. They'll certainly get an easy, a confident victory. It almost seems impossible for them not to win this game, but I don't know necessarily if it'll occur by margin. It may fall somewhere right along the number, I would imagine. So, Jamal Sheed, Marcus Sasser, great players. Sasser actually struggled. It might have been, his downfall a little bit in that game against Alabama, just 2 of 11 from the field in that game. So he'll look to step it up, but I think Houston will play a very sporting game against A&T. So that's where I look for the score probably to come in, Tony. 75-45, 78-42, something around there. So I'm looking to go under 128 tonight. Not a lot of margin for error here. Can't put it necessarily in the premiums, but I think the tempo itself certainly lends to the under here rather than a little bit higher scoring in this game. I mean, not sure A&T is going to get anywhere close to 50 points in this one against Houston, Tony.
All right, we got Ramon here going under here. North Carolina A&T and Houston under 128. Although we are seeing the market move up, this one up a little higher. 132 is pretty much at the low right now. You will see this one in some places, I believe, here at 129, maybe even 130. When I last checked it just a few minutes ago, once we went on the air, I was looking at it. But you're seeing some movement upward. I think what the main concerning here with the bettors in this one is the fact that you look at the North Carolina A&T defensively, average possession length against them about 16 seconds. Teams score fast on them. I think that's the one thing that kind of stood out here with this North Carolina A&T team. The Aggies, horrible defensive team. They don't force any turnovers, so teams shoot very easily inside against them. So I think they're seeing this, that, wow, look at this average possession length for opponents against them because their defense has been so poor.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, if Houston wants to get up and down the floor, I guess they could. But, I mean, again, you're a Houston team coming off a loss. You're going to have, I believe, Sampson looking to clamp down defensively and run the game as Houston likes to do. No reason to change their tempo necessarily against this opponent because they will win this game handily. So, again, what it could end up being, Tony, is you could see Houston certainly with a lead well over 20 points into halftime. And Houston may get the opportunity to play some different players here in this game. I don't mean to keep coming back to the nature of the event, but it's a game that, certainly you'll like to get all your players possibly into the game and everything as well, especially a game that they will have well in hand. And remember, I do equate that A&T matchup against a team like Iowa. They did run into a bit of a problem. That game got out of hand, was a 38, 40-point loss, and Iowa scored well over 100 points. But when they got back into a game with a team like Iowa State, that one went only for 123. So you could see a final very similar to that. Yes, Houston is a far better team than Iowa State, but again, I don't think you're looking at I don't know. You could, if it does turn out to be a crazy blowout, Tony. I would look for it, to be something more along the lines of the fact that AT&T is totally stymied in the game. Where if it's a super blowout, I don't think you're going to see 90-50. I think what you'll end up seeing if it's a super blowout would be 85-38 or something ridiculous like that. So that's what I think will happen in the game.
All right, Ramon here on North Carolina A&T and Houston under total of 128. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time, and Argentina pushed across another one, 3-0 in the 71st minute. But Argentina's put up a lot of yellow cards. They have to be careful here in this round. You get 2 yellow cards, you are out next game. So we'll see how it rolls the rest of the way. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony's picks for today's action. As we've got NBA on the board here, 5 of them. That's 5 for a Tuesday. Usually there's only 2 or 3, so we got 5 on a Tuesday. We got action from the hockey. We got a lot of college hoops up there. A lot of mid majors in there. Some big boys against some David and Goliath matchups as well. What do you have going over at Tony's picks?
my main focus tonight, Tony's going to be on college basketball. I got to fix some things. I've been working very hard, and I'm coming with a 5-pack tonight in college basketball, discounted tonight at just $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's where my focus is going to be tonight, trying to find premiums elsewhere, but I really want to fix this college basketball and get it going. You're right. I mean, it's not the most attractive card, but I found some spots today that I like. Mindy and I, we're looking for different games to try to preview today too, because there's not a lot of marquee TV matchups. So you're going to find some smaller matchups with me over there today over at Tony's Picks with that 5-pack of games. So that's my main package tonight. It's going to be a 5-pack for $30 in college basketball. That's my main focus for tonight's card. So the matchups, like I said, there's really no necessarily. We kind of previewed the best games, I think, on the morning's team. Came to a little bit of a consensus on a couple of games over there. Mindy and I, we repackage those, don't forget, and we sell those over at Tony'sPicks.com, our morning steam consensus plays, which are not only Mindy and I, but also the chat. So we do have those picks also available for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. So looking to get back on the winning side tonight with this 5-pack of games from college basketball. Good NBA card, no doubt about it. I mean, for 5 games, you're right. There are really 3 top matchups on the card tonight. Formulating through right now, see if I can get something together. But Mindy and I, we did come to an agreement on a couple of games over there. We have those for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com in some packages with the Morning Steam team as well. So don't forget about those as well. We, like I said, we come to a consensus, and we have those picks available on the site as well. And we did the same thing for NHL. Huge NHL card tonight over there, 12 games tonight, Tony. And we do have some picks for sale with the morning steam. So for me, it's that 5-pack in college basketball. I really want to turn it around right now in college hoops. It's supposed to be my best sport. Everything with high volume, I like, as my best sport. So coming off a rough night, want to turn around, get some winners tonight in college basketball over at Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. You see also there my monthly, weekly, 3-day all sports packages as well. Got my subscribers loaded up with a couple of plays in there. So should be a good night of action over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, that guy. He's got both. Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. He's got that 5-pack right now going up over at Tony's Picks right now. So get on board with that. Profit guarantee. Must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credited back in your account. First side credits, that is profit guarantee. Of course, always with Ramon, I always like to show off that leaderboard he has. He's put up an impressive numbers here for this year. As you can see here on the board here, this is the 1-year numbers here for Ramon in NHL, over 3,000 units of profit. We look at NBA, he's sitting at over 1,300. Even the Summer League. The Vegas Summer League, he had 700 units. He'll probably be courtside for some of the Summer League this year. College football in the profit here, 634. College football, we have a bowl game on Friday. We have 2 bowl games on Friday. So I misspoke yesterday. They start on Friday, so we're ready to roll here with college football. Also, those baseball regionals. I mean, those of you that were around, a lot of you were with us every day, even baseball season. The regionals, they were all over those totals. They were pounding the bookie there during that period. And MMA showing great profit. Ramon's also in action on those MMA cards. NFL showing a profit. CFL finished a good season there. Guys, so get on board with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks right now. As Ramon is in action, as I said, with that play tonight here, with that college basketball package for you. So you can get on board with that 5-pack. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. Again, you've seen the numbers here, so you can feel confident getting a 1-month all sports pass here for Ramon. Get all of Ramon's premium plays for a month, includes all his college hoops, all NBA, the remainder of college football. So we got the 41 bowl games as well as the championship game is in play now with that 1-month all sports pass. The remainder of the NFL regular season, we have 4 weeks remaining. That's covered there with that 1-month all sports pass, all the NBA, the peripheral sports. If Ramon's in action with the UFC cards, occasionally you see some Bellator in there. Occasionally you'll see some World Cup in there. We know we'll have 3 games remaining, semifinal, third place, and finals. So if he's in action there, that's also part of the 1-month all sports pass. If Ramon puts in any late Steam plays with the 1-month pass, you will also get that email directly into your email box. So how that works is Ramon puts in regular member plays. They're all in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but any play that he puts in the system that starts between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time is flagged as a late steam on our system, and that play is emailed directly to the email that you provided when you signed in and created the account. So just there, that late steam is also included that 1 month pass. You could use the promo code TonyT at checkout and you'll save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you'll land right here on Ramon's page and just line up there. And of course, scroll down, you'll see it very easily. Ramon's college basketball package for tonight, and to the right is the monthly All Sports Pass. So a great time to get on board with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon, and of course that Morning Steam show. What was on the Morning Steam today?
Yeah, Tony, got a pick for you on Tony's Picks. Ramon and I is coming to you in college basketball. It'll be in the game between the Phoenix and the Tommies. I know you know who that is, but for those who don't, that's Wisconsin Green Bay at St. Thomas. It's my free pick over at Tony's Picks Ramon. And yeah, we previewed several games over there today on the Morning Steam. Look, if you want more picks, you can go over there right now and watch our morning show. I mean, the content is still valid, it's still relevant, and still live for all these games tonight. We previewed all the games in the NHL. We previewed the 5 NBA games, and we also took a look at several college basketball games on the show. Also, we came to our consensus plays, and we have those loaded up at Tony'sPicks.com. As I said, when Mindy and I agree on a play with our consensus, we sell the picks over there. Kind of sounds like your place over here right now, Tony. We sell those picks over at Tony'sPicks.com as our consensus plays. College basketball, quite frankly, has been our best sport for those consensus plays. So like I said, Mindy said it great. We get the chat involved with those games. We preview the games, but we flash the comments of the chat on the screen. It's pretty awesome because they're able to have their picks documented to a certain extent. I know we got some things in the works here at Tony's Picks to allow these folks to maybe post their picks and show us how good they are, instead of just coming in and wanting to say, hey, you guys are in a slump, or the rest of the chat, your picks are no good. Well, you know what? We're going to give you the chance to prove it eventually over at Tony's Picks. But again, we flash the picks on the screens. Mostly we agree or disagree, and we try to come to a consensus, and that's the whole kind of motive, the theme of the show, really. Can we come to a consensus? So the Morning Steam, 6 days a week, Saturdays through Thursday, Tony, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Pacific, on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Mindy and I breaking it down each and every day in the major sports, the ones that we mostly cover here on Tony's Picks.
All right, that's right, guys. Check out Ramon and Mindy on the Morning Steam at 9 a.m. Eastern time here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel and throughout Twitter as well. Check out Ramon's Twitter account. We put together for him Tony's Picks Ramon to get that college basketball play as well. And I think we can now go blue on all these now, so we'll get the videos up there shortly on some of those on the Capper accounts now that I think they've turned that switch on. So check them out there, and of course make sure you subscribe, so you're there with them in the morning, and post your picks in the chat with Ramon and Mindy as they go game by game on the board. And of course, to those of you who are working, you can listen to the podcast. The show is uploaded to the podcast, so you can listen to it on your drive home from work. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks. See you then, Tony. Thank you.
Yeah, Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here, Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you could, would you like you to subscribe and set those notifications, because we love you guys to be live with us to get the games in real time. And, of course, we'd like to make sure that we get your input on the picks as well. It's always great to have you on. Of course, let's continue on. Appreciate that nice comment there from Butterscotch. My Rome computer is doing a reboot right now, but Butterscotch, we had a great morning Steam show today with so much great info. You two great handicappers on your team with Ramon and Mindy, along with yourself, Tony. Thanks for all your hard work. Appreciate you, Butterscotch, for that great comment. Of course, your contributions as well is appreciated there on the Morning Steam. Community is really great over on that morning show. I invite everyone to take part in the show and take part in that great discussions as everyone's minds put together, working together for the common goal of beating the bookmaker. And you can definitely feel that passion when you go into the when you check out the show and you follow along in the chat room. It's a very, very, very good thing to see there. Everyone working together. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get the play up here for today. We're going to go in the TNT game tonight between the Bucks and the Warriors. The Bucks laying 4. Total sits here at 233. I'm going to go against the Warriors on the road. Bucks laying 4 here against the Warriors. Until they can string together some wins, it's really hard for me to back Golden State when you just kind of look at their numbers. We know they got the win here against Boston. Boston looks a little road weary right now when you see them here on this East Coast trip. And also too, I want to check here the status here of Drew Holiday. He was the one guy in question here for today. So let me go ahead and refresh my injury report, see if there's any status there. We know Iguodala Wiggins will be out here for Golden State. Middleton looks like he's going to play. He's in green for me right here on my screen. Holiday is the one in question. Let me see if I can pull up that screen. But anyways, we'll let you know here about some of the numbers in this game. It really comes down to the way the Warriors have played on the road. They've lost 11 of 13 on the road. They sit 29th in defensive efficiency. They're giving up 119 points per 100 possessions, while they score just 111 per 100. And I'll be looking here at Milwaukee in this one. And let me see if I can get any update here on Drew Holiday, who is still questionable here for Tuesday. It is a non-COVID illness, and so that's still in question here. So we'll see how it rolls. It is the Warriors, so maybe there's still time to get better for him to get into this lineup. But that is the update there on Drew Holiday. But again, the Bucks will be the play here, laying the 4. Guys, check out Tony's picks right now. I have right now 4 picks right now, 4 premium plays. Let me show you let me get to the page right now so we can see what we got for you today. We got 4 premiums. We have a best bet tonight here from the NBA. And then what we put together is another pass here, a 3-pack with 3 plays here from 3 plays as well from hoops. We have a couple of NBA. We have a college play up there. So we put together a 3-pack and a best bet. My best bet's from the NBA, but it's not bundled in my 3-pack. I have 3 different plays here from hoops in that 3-pack. So get signed up. Of course, we always talk about that long-term pass. I also offer those as well. 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period select. When you go over to my handicapper page and make that purchase, remember the promo code, you see it there, Tony T at checkout, and that will save you 20% off there when you do that. As a matter of fact, put the promo code up for you right now, save 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and of course that will take you right over to my page, and you get landed there, and you'll see my 3-pack this up here today from hoops, as well as my best bet today from the NBA. So go ahead and get signed up if you would, or go for the long-term passes as well. All right, let's continue on here with game day picks. Now it's time to put up our recap. Here are the players from today's show. We started off with Mindy. Mindy was on the Stars Devils over 6.5. Ramon was on North Carolina, A&T, and Houston under 128. But if you do your shopping, you'll find some 129s out there in the marketplace right now. And I'm on the Bucks, laying the 4 here against the Warriors. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 3 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in from Tony's Picks, and they'll get the live free picks for the games for you on Wednesday. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. We load tons of free picks on our channel, tons of free picks. You get at least 3 here a week from this show. For 5 days, so 15 picks a week here. Our soccer pick show, 25. You know the picks I do every day is 10 to 15 to 20 sometimes a day. The morning's team pops out about 20 to 30 picks every day. Lots of free picks here on our channel, so make sure you like and subscribe, set notifications. Update here: Argentina 3 and Croatia nothing in the 86th minute. So it looks like Argentina is in command in this one, and they are doing a lot of substitutions. So the yellow card players look like they're coming out. They don't want to risk that second yellow on some of their guys. Younger guys are coming in right now to hold that lead. 3-0 in the 86th minute. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today. We're going to go ahead and wait goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow here on Game Day Picks.